Welcome back, guys. Sorabel here. Today I'm going to be recontinuing the rest of my RCS tournament series. I've been swamped and overwhelmed. I just got a new job, so I've just been rather busy. But now I'm trying to get back into the swing with YouTube, put out more content on the Pokemon side and Yu-Gi-Oh. A lot of things I've been working on. I haven't stopped playing the game, which is good. I'm actually looking into Sulfur, but I'll get into that in a later video once I'm finished doing some preemptive theory because it's kind of a rough deck. But in the meantime, let's get into this video. This video is going to be a duel between me and Solar Beam of Destruction. I believe that was his full name. This is round 8 of the RCS, so let's get right into it. By this point, win or lose, both of us would make it in the top 16. So there's no reason to rush, right? No real pressure here, which is nice. So the starting hand is going to be Tidying, Black Metal, Ash, Tempest, DD Crow, Revolt, Nib, Gamma, Fractal, Karas. Gamma Nib is really strong. We both opened 2 hand traps, but he opened easily the stronger hand traps. So he's gonna start, and I'm gonna Ash, and he's gonna have the Gamma, and that's just deadly, right? There's not much I could do against that. Then thinking back, that was probably not a very good Ash anyway, but it is what it is. I really wish he banished Tempest here. If he did, that'd have been so good. So he's gonna roll and then he's gonna snap, Tidying. Then he's gonna summon Kit effect. I'm going to chain. So he normal summons Kit and he immediately uses Nerval. Uses effect to banish Nerval and Fractal for cost. But I'm actually telling him I'm going to activate DD Crow in response to the normal summon to banish one of them. Just he's kind of rushing there. He does that a couple times in this matchup, I believe. Anyways, he's gonna set Revolt, Almirage Pass with Nib in hand, which is pretty good. He's gonna summon Revolt and immediately take out my normal summon, which is rather unfortunate. Yeah, it's basically it was just unfortunate to go up against Gamma and Revolt, even on Ash. And DD Crow isn't very good in this matchup because Revolt just brings them back from the graveyard. So I'm gonna go first. Starting hand was Black Metal, Chamber, Parlor, 1-for-1 Prosperity versus Pankratops, Fractal, Kit, Nerval, and Prosperity. Pankratops is kind of a scary card. It technically forces 2 interruptions to deal with because it can typically attack over 1, and then it can pop itself for the other. But anyways, I've already started, so I'm gonna go off King, and I'm gonna go full Dragon Maid combo. Summon Chamber effect, search Trap, and I'm gonna use these 2 to make Romulus effect to search Ravine. Activate Prosperity to thin my deck a little bit. And actually I get Lancia, so I'm going to snatch up the Lancia, put back the Tidying and the Crow. And I'm going to use Ravine, send the Tidying in my hand. Nurse, Chamber, you all know this. I'm going to make a Seal to play around Nib a little bit. And then I'm going to Black Metal Dragon, LP, Pisty. Because as long as I've got the Lancia, I'm pretty sure I'm just okay. His hand becomes pretty worthless without being able to banish. It gives me ample ability. So I'm going to do the full combo. I'm going to banish Tempest. Rip a card from his extra. The card I go for is Samorg. I can't show you the extra, but I figured this was like the best thing I could go for. Even going second, the card has a lot of value, and this is like before. He's not playing the Zodiac version that's popular in the current format. So don't even worry too much during the standby phase. I'm going to show, chain Lancia, and nurse, grab chamber, and search hospitality, because there's no reason to set up seal tidying. I mean, set up parlor when it just won't do anything. So yeah, unfortunately for him, his plays don't really go anywhere. And now I'm gonna tribute, and he's gonna tribute seal to pop to bounce ravine, and he's gonna pop show. I let show go to the graveyard because realistically speaking, there's nothing he can do here. Yeah, like he can't summon anything under Lancia. So we're just gonna go on to the next game. The biggest fear is like a Called by the Grave, but like that's it. Or like a DD Crow on my turn. But at that point, he still has no defense, and I just run him over. So now I'm gonna go second. He has Tenki, Trap Trick, Anti-Spell, and I believe it was Cuirass was in the opening hand. I'm sorry, I fast hit next play. And DV doesn't let you go back. Yes, it was Cuirass. He added Fractal. Yeah, okay. Versus my Tidying, DD Crow, Black Metal, Ravine, Prosperity. So the takeaway here, what's going to hurt is a combination of Revolt and Fragrance. It's going to turn off pretty much my entire like setup. And I really don't have much to say about this. There's not a lot I could do to necessarily like protect myself against this. So I'm just going to go for the same DD Crow play. I don't think I was playing anything better than Crow. And in retrospect, I probably should play Black Row Removal. It would not have mattered unless it was quick play because he has so many cards set. And, yeah. It's like Wind Barrier Statue 2. It's too much, right? Fragrance, Revolt, Wind Barrier. There's not much I can do here. And then he gets Nerval. It's just, this is one of the things about the Tri-Brigade that I think is scary. Like I don't even think the Wind Barrier lock is even that good. It's like the fact that they're essentially breaking the mechanic by link summoning from the graveyard and not losing any like actual advantage, because the cards in your graveyard don't count as advantage unless they like can place themselves on the board. Like say Tidying is technically advantage in the graveyard because it can gain you advantage from the graveyard, so it ends up being like a +1. But none of the Tri-Brigade cards work that way. They gain their flex when they're sent to the graveyard. So being able to just banish from the graveyard like leftover links material is, for a free link too, is insanely powerful. A little too strong even. But yeah, unfortunately this just, I didn't actively prepare for the Tri-Brigade matchup for this event. This was around the time the deck was starting to get popular, so I wasn't expecting to see it a lot. And there's like not much I can do here. In between the Revolt that's lurking in the back, the Fractal. I'm just gonna let it play out because I can't. There's not much to commentate here. Wind Barrier Statue is just incredibly powerful. Drawing Parlor Dragon Maid is nice, but unfortunately, like we know he has 2 sets and Anti-Spell preventing me from doing anything. Even if I set the Ravine, I don't think it would have done all that much for me in the long run. So I go full 6, but there's just no reason. So I'm gonna dump Lorpar. And Lorpar is just gonna get shuffled by the Doom Eagle, and there's like nothing I could do there. Yeah. So I think I could have won game 1 had he not had the Gamma, but ultimately, like, I don't I don't want to get too caught up on that. Oh, I could have won if this went my way, you know. It just kind of is what it is. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm back. I'm going to be keeping the channel populated some more. Not done. I'm not dropping any of the content that I'm doing. I just needed a break to take care of some things. And now that I'm done, I shall, continue back. Not necessarily grinding, but having some fun with it. Pokemon Reborn should be getting closer to being done, I would say. After that, I'm going to move on to the next game I want to play, which should be finishing up its development. Pokemon Rejuvenation. So I'll get to that. Anyways, have a good one. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and have a good one.